Popular Ugandan presidential candidate and opposition Robert Kyagulanyi, who is also known as Bobi Wine, has brought his campaigns to a temporary end following injury to members of his campaign team and damage to his car.
We had gone to different districts in different sub-regions, of course, before the Uganda police and military rudely interrupted our program.
Popular Ugandan presidential candidate and opposition Robert Kyagulanyi, who is also known as Bobi Wine, has brought his campaigns to a temporary end following injury to members of his campaign team and damage to his car. Bobi Wine said he stopped the electoral campaigns after bullets were fired at his car, puncturing the tires and rendering it immobile. The presidential hopeful added that several members of his staff had been wounded and that some were in a critical condition.
I want to condemn in the strongest terms the violence that was unleashed by the regime. You see, the Museveni regime has always prided in violence. They even call themselves the masters of violence. And indeed, they try as much as possible to send so much fear in the hearts of the Ugandans. When they illegally arrested me in Luuka, people protested. But as President Museveni said it recently when he was in Karamoja, Mr. Museveni, once again, he conceded to ordering the military to kill unarmed civilians, just like he conceded to the fact that he's the one that ordered for the murder of Yasin Kauma and my own murder, only that God saved my life.
Violence has been escalating in Uganda as authorities crack down on supporters of Bobi Wine, who is seeking to end the decades-long rule of 76-year-old President Yoweri Museveni in an election that will hold on January 17. 2 weeks ago, 54 people died in protest after Wine supporters called for his release following a brief arrest at campaign rally. Bobi Wine was later released after he was charged with violating pandemic restrictions on gathering of crowds. Meanwhile, President Yoweri Museveni has defended the actions of the Ugandan police and army, saying that no politician was untouchable.
Some candidates, however, from the beginning swore that they would not observe these precautions and that they would hold rallies as if there was no danger to the people. This irresponsibility must be condemned. These aspirants stand in open-roofed vehicles to wave at the gathered people, address crowds, etc. In spite of the weaknesses of the police that allow such impunity of lawlessness to persist in our towns, the overall security posture of Uganda is robust. A marked force response was immediately activated and 1,014 suspects were arrested, of whom 843 suspects were charged in the courts of law, including Kyagulanyi. 699 were remanded, 93 released on court bail, while 113 were released on police bond, including the Honorable Amuriat. 21 were cleared and released, and 13 are still in police custody, pending court, including those who banned Wobulenzi.
President Yoweri Museveni has been the president of Uganda since 1986, and opposition to his long rule is increasing rapidly across the country. The president is seeking another 5-year term in the January polls, having amended the constitution twice to allow him to run a 6th term in 2021. Museveni has been accused of using security forces in the country to harass and block opposition politicians' rallies. Kamil Sadiq reporting for CBA TV.